Welcome to Lightwork Restoration, helping to restore light back to the planet. I am your host, Michelle. And for those that are new to the channel, I use automatic writing to channel messages from my guides, and I share those messages here for you. So, for the past couple weeks, we've been talking about the planetary ascension process coming into new Earth and how that affects everything. So, we are going to continue that discussion and we're going to be talking a little bit more about the density shifts as the planet's frequency rises and what that means for us here on the planet. So, we are still going to be ourselves and we are still going to have free will and get to choose which frequency we want to be with and if we want to stay on current Earth or if we want to raise our density and go with new Earth. We also start talking about our galactic family coming into the picture and becoming part of the process as we enter into the golden age. They talk about how they've always been here, and that has been a truth that has been hidden from the general public, and that truth is going to need to come to the surface as the frequency rises, and they are able to then help us with the ascension process and coming into the golden age of Earth. So, that being said, let's get started. Be prepared, but don't come from a place of fear. Put it aside and remember it's there, but then focus on the present and what is in front of you. Though paths may be leading in a certain direction, you can't prepare for every scenario or know which one is most likely to happen. Transition is not about doomsday prepping. Though there are some essentials you might need to ensure you have, you must still come from a place of trust and faith in what will be provided and what you will be led to. This is an energetic transition as well as a planetary shift, which is pulling on your focus and why. Focus on optimism, not uneasiness. You will always be given what you need or the intuitive hits to purchase and procure what is missing. There should be no panic or a negative feeling when looking towards ascension. You just need to choose where you place your focus and what is happening in the present moment. When you look too far into future possibilities, it becomes a mental exercise. It takes you out of the vibration you need to be in. That higher vibration is where you're headed and the energy that you need to get accustomed to. Some will struggle with the effects of the transition. Others will start to feel better as the density starts to release. This is why we ask you to focus on the higher vibration, not getting stuck in the dense 3D possibilities. Though both of these transitions are happening at the same time, you must choose the ascension, not the planetary changes, as your focus. That's where you will be assigned to help others. Focus on the good that is to come and being in the peace and connection. It doesn't have to be scary. That's your ego losing control over what is familiar and realizing it's losing its grip on you. Just know that this is what is happening and ignore it. Put your focus where it needs to be. Change is not automatic. It takes time and has been happening for a while, even if you are only noticing it now. Just stick with it and don't let the ego put you in the dark. Get excited about the shift. It's an exciting time on your planet. We have been waiting for this opportunity to connect deeper and release some of the constraints created in your current density. Look forward to the lighter feelings, time shifting, and the connections becoming easier. It's time for humans to take responsibility for the planet and how they treat each other. Think of the difference that can be made if everyone came from a place of love and the greater good instead of ego and outside validation. We will be here to help with the transition every step of the way. Some of it will seem immediate, and some might seem like it's taking longer. But the shift will be felt and will be undeniable. Don't get pulled into the muck wondering what happens to the souls that might have higher density on the planet at this time. You can't live in both the new earth and the old ways at the same time. You aren't wired to handle that. The changes will force a transition to happen. The details are not what you need to focus on, but just know everything will happen as it needs to for the greater good of the frequencies that the earth is moving into. Your personal shifts and who you've been drawn to during your learning process were not a mistake. You had been led to those who would help you understand and help you transition at the speed and in the manner that you need to for what now lies ahead for you. It's okay to be curious. Let it be a part of the excitement. Excitement is a high vibration, even if what you think might happen is not correct. The vibration is, and that is what is needed at this time. Notice what you picture a better world would look like. It might not be how it turns out, but it could be an indication of what you need to move into to make your life function correctly. What have you not been allowing yourself to have due to the constraints of this society? Decide what you want to shift. It's never too late. You still get to choose how you want to proceed once the new energies of the planet are incorporated. You have a better picture and have access to the information, but you will still be you. How you want to live your life in this changed world will be up to you. Does technology and finances feel like you are living, or are they holding you back? If you didn't have to worry about bills and finances, where would you prefer to be with your life? What would you change? Do you want land and to grow your own food? Do you want community and to focus on your skills and what you have to offer? Society puts restrictions on its people. It has set up a structure where you are reliant on money. They have charged more and more to keep you stuck in the system so you can't get out. If you could walk away and they couldn't track you down or force you to stay in their system, would you leave? There are changes coming. It will affect some people on a more geographic nature of loss and reboot. Some might not seem like much by way of physical environment, but internal shifts, allowing them to be more limitless and see the bigger picture less obstructed. No matter what aspects of your life are affected, it will bring you into the precipice of change. Change will need to be made on how you want to proceed and what shifts you are willing to make to have a different life in this new world. Not knowing is the hardest part of the big shift. But even with your life, when you were 10 years old, you didn't fully know what 25 would look like. You didn't understand where you would be or where your focus or priorities would be. You can't focus too much on the future. You can get excited about it, but the only place you really have control over is in this now moment. How do you plan to use it? What do you want to build? When will you start living your life under your own discretion instead of under duress? How you move forward and where you place your focus is always up to you. You can be provided with all the insights, warnings, next steps, etc., but no one can force you to implement anything except for you. You must make decisions, you must process the information, you must choose how you respond or prepare for anything that has yet to come. This is what free will is. You are never stuck, you are just not doing something in that moment. You are your own motivation. How do you want to respond? Where do you want to go? How do you want to process the information you are given? Even with the planet's ascension, you have choices. Will you focus on the dark or the light? Will you raise yourself to the next vibrational frequency? Or is there something you still want to stay in this one to process or experience? Will you move into your calling or get distracted and be held back? Will you rise up and help others come up to that next level? Or will you step down so that they feel more less alone with where they are? Everything is always up to you, but you must remember the denser reality doesn't have all the information and always comes from a place of fear, which is not truth and is not always the best course of action for how you can best use your gifts. Decide if you want to move forward and release what is holding you back, or stay where you are, experiencing what you already have been experiencing. There is a freedom in the release and the letting go. There is a connection and a love with returning to the whole and coming back home. Everything seems scary when you don't have it all figured out and have to trust in the process. But growth happens in those moments. This is how you become strong. This is how you find out who you really are and what you're capable of. It's time to rise up and come back to your true power, which is love and acceptance. It's time to heal what is broken and start anew. Sometimes starting over is the only way to move forward. It is not a giving up on the past, it's a form of accepting that this has already happened and been experienced and acknowledging that it no longer provides you with what you need for the person you'd like to become. Often, when you're on these new scenarios and routines for too long, it causes you to lose focus and sight of the possibilities and what is important to you. There are whole generations who spend their lives unhappy where they live, or who they surround themselves with, and the job that they have. Yet, they have never done anything to change any of those things. This is your life. You must steer it to where you want it to go. Recognize if you are in survival mode and that's why you refuse to leave. Is that true? Or would changing an aspect take you out of survival mode and allow you to thrive? What can you downgrade in order to upgrade? What can you release that is truly not working? What is holding you back from your ideal life? Sometimes your hand must be pushed to get you to shift your perspective and take notice of what you're creating. This happened for many during the 2020 pandemic. When work environments shifted or furloughs happened, people realized that there were other options or different aspects of their lives that they wanted to allocate their time to. This caused many to retire, change careers, or shift to remote roles to allow them more time at home. The point is, the pandemic became a catalyst for change for most people. It was a way to shift their perspective view and take back aspects of their lives. The ascension process and planetary shifts are much the same and can be viewed as such. It's a catalyst for change on multiple fronts. It'll put an end to some things, clear the way for larger transformation of other things. It'll take away from some and provide for others. It's a way to reboot the system and allow for shifts, not only with the planet, but on an individual level. You can't always avoid the shifts, so embrace what is to come with an open heart and a willing mind. Look at things differently and build something better than what had come before. You will not be building alone. As the frequency of the planet rises, your galactic family will be able to come into the picture and help with transitions and setting up your species planet for success in the golden age. We have been here waiting for this opportunity to interact and be known. Some have been working with us for years, but this information and interactions have been hidden from the general public. We are moving into planetary enlightenment. The energies coming to your planet are pushing the truth to the surface. This is why those with hate in their heart are coming out of the closet, so to speak. They have always been there, but now they cannot hide from the truth. The truth must be known, and that which has been hidden must come to the light. You must be able to see the truth to build what comes next. The truth includes your galactic family. You can no longer hide from your connection to other realms and other planets. The time has come when we will make ourselves known and bring you up to speed with that which has remained hidden due to your planet's density and those in charge. The time has come for the veil to be lifted and the connection to be the way forward. This is not your planet's first time working with us, but this is the start of New Earth, where we will be able to grow with you and start to answer the questions that will define where your species came from and what has been happening in the background. These are exciting times as your planet begins to rise up and has the opportunity to connect on a deeper level with your galactic family. The hybrid children have been patiently waiting to help bridge the gap and show you the way forward. This is a new opportunity. It's time to get excited. These are all important steps to the new beginning, a brighter future for those moving into the new earth. Be patient, but be excited. Big changes are on the horizon. Time is loosening its grips on those ascending. It's going to start to feel off or like some things are moving fast. It's only your perception of time that is losing its footing. This at least helps you realize that you are further along in the process of transition. The Schumann resonance is a great resource. However, you must remember that is what it is. It's a resource or a tool. It was made or created by your planet. It's only capturing some of what is happening behind the scenes and not everything. It's great to use it and to get excited, but you can't truly grasp or read what it means for your planet. Don't take it to heart or think that you are at a stage you might not be at yet. The system shows that there is a transmission and transitions that are recurring, but with light, you have no way of knowing what codes are being transferred or downloaded with each transmission, or what is being activated with the ebbs and flows of the chart, or what their effect will be on the planetary or personal basis. What we ultimately want you to grasp is do not put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Use this as a tool and know something is happening and help you stay in the higher vibration of excitement. But don't read too much into it. It's like trying to decode ancient languages. You're only just scratching the surface, but are not fully there yet in your understanding of it. There is a lot of different aspects moving at the same time. Don't feel overwhelmed or like you need to stay knowledgeable in everything. You will be filled in on the parts that you need to be aware of. The rest just take in stride as a basic overview or understanding. We don't expect you to be a master or expert in understanding something that is new to everyone on the planet and is affecting the planet itself. As we stated before, it's an exciting time to be on the earth. Just view it as such and keep focusing on the light. There is a lot to get distracted by, but come with curiosity, not fear. Keep the planet's vibration high no matter what is happening outside of you. Thank you, and I will see you next week.